person is making your job difficult. They should not see you as somebody they can always run to. You should always encourage them to go and resolve their differences within the legislature. And that will have helped a lot. Anybody that, for instance, look at the issue of SEC, anybody that the legislature said we cannot work with, automatically that person should be relieved of that appointment, because it will hinder the progress of the nation. Because the legislature have clearly stated we are not ready to work with this person. Mr. President, what they are telling Mr. President that we're not against you, but this person we cannot work against. He's not the only one working with you, but we cannot work against this person.
Or
work with this person. So in that situation, you have to relieve that person or assign the person elsewhere. But by insisting that that person must continue on with that assignment is sort of hostility. And it's making the job of legislative compliance difficult, because we cannot really do the enforcement per se. But in reality, if we did not pass your budget and you continue to spend, that is against our profession. That's criminal.
But that's what's happening now.
That's what is happening now.
Because SEC obviously has spent a whole
year. But that is the situation we find ourselves. Fault of the legislature? No.
Don't you also think the two chambers need to work more together? It appears after that period when they agreed on the SEC issue, which incidentally is an appropriation act, or when they worked on the doctrine of necessity and agreed on that, it doesn't appear as if there's been much more collaborations between the two chambers, whereby there's a resolution or a motion passed by one, and then it's also empowered by this other chamber to give it that backing.
There was a motion that was passed that, okay, to create more convenience for the two sides, that each ministry should set up legislative compliance desk. Yes. We wrote to them, try to see how this could be done. Up to now, they have refused to do that. And the idea is this: if you have a legislative compliance desk in your ministry, and there is a letter from the House of Representatives, the legislative compliance desk will take that up and work on that. But in most cases, if you send a letter that are even accepted, how do I call it now, that was submitted, and you still refuse to turn up. You see, the way we work is simple. Immediately after the motion has been passed or resolution has been passed, we will send a letter to the ministry that this is the situation, this is the House resolution. Yes. Then we will now ask them to ensure compliance. After some time, we will ask how far they have gone. If we don't receive any response from them, we call them to ask. We settle most cases sometimes. It's only those contentious issues that you see. There are so many issues that have been settled that we are on. And in most, we have just resolved the issue of the prison. Somebody that was sacked by the prison. We have just resolved that.
Those appear to be more of petitions.
Petitions, that's part of our job.
Yes, but
when it comes to resolution that we are talking about resolution, and we have been dwelling on that since.
Okay.
It takes the harmonious relationship between the two organs for it to work. We must, as an organ, as a tier of government, must be respected. That's what I'm saying.
It opens with a gate of arts, moves into windows of creativity.
She finds the only English word she knows from somewhere hidden in the belly of a 4'9" body, and instead of "I won't get," she greets us with "bye bye."
Branches into rooms of color. And ends with a wink of imagination. Walk into Art House. The people all come together at 9:30 p.m. every Saturday. Art House, life is art.
Don't be left in the dark. Be the first to know. Get the latest news and developing stories anytime, anywhere, on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com and click on the Channels TV logo. Channels Television, the news at your fingertips.
From one nation to another, there must be a meeting point. Their ideas may be different, but they must work to agree on what's best for the people. Diplomatic Channel untangles the discussions to bring out what's really important. Because it is our world, and it's our right to know how their decisions affect us.
Well, now it's time to hear from you on how you reacted to the question, how would you rate the performance of the National Assembly in 2013? TechNerd Ekundayo gave a 20% mark, saying most of the bills passed had not been reviewed for performance and most bills are still standing idle. Abbas, in his own assessment, gave the House of Representatives 75% and the Senate 20%. To him, the House of Reps is the only hope of Nigerians. Now, Samson Itodo says it's obvious there's nothing tangible to be proud of. He says, check the so-called legislative agenda of the House of Representatives, you will see unmet targets. The most disappointing, he says, is the uncertainty beclouding the constitution review process. Shola Shoyele says, I always enjoy watching the gavel on Channels Television. You make it easy to understand the workings of the lawmakers. Thanks. Well, thank you too. We always look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for being there through 2013. And of course, we look forward to your contributions this year as well. Let's start with what you expect from the National Assembly in 2014. Send your expectations in with the hashtag NAS2014. Well, this is where we leave you now. Thanks for watching. Till another time.